Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Amy's Artistic Galore, and in this video I'm going to be talking about AI generative image. And just like a fair warning to anyone who likes AI, who likes using AI, I'm not fond of AI, so I'm going to be talking about AI and photography. So you have been warned. So a lot of people use AI and photography when they're editing their videos, and so not only that, but they're using AI to do all the work when it comes to taking pictures as well, and that's the problem. So with that is that when you take a picture or when you take a video, it has a story to it, it has emotion to it. And whether that makes sense to you or not, because some people can relate to it, they can find it funny, or they find it really emotional. But if you're using AI, you're going to be wondering, okay, this is going to be really easy and get out of the way. It's going to get rid of all my dirty work. All the stuff that I don't know what to get out, what to get rid of for editing. So yeah, I'll just let AI do it. And that's just an example of what I think of AI can do to a picture or a video. And then once you edit it, it messes up your video or your picture. That's not the right color. Okay, there. And it then has no emotion to your picture or your video or just whatever you took. And so once you lose that emotion, it's, I think, hard to relate or hard to enjoy whatever you took. Okay, if you guys heard that, I have no idea what it was. And sorry about that. Okay. But there's okay, so there's also, say you do an art piece for a contest, and it's you could win $1,000. All right, and you're a professional artist, whether it's digital. Yeah, so let's say it's digital. All right, you're a professional digital artist, and a lot of other digital artists are putting in hours and hours of their digital artwork. And then when the day comes, there can be a few people out there, or just that one person that decides to use an AI generative image artwork, and then somehow they could possibly win that contest, but they might not win because it's technically considered cheating. But if you look at pictures with AI closely, there's stuff that's off when it comes to using AI. Things that just don't make sense. And I'll show you some examples in this video too, just to give you a better idea of what I'm trying to get at. Perform so much, and it can help to a degree in social media platforms when it comes to posting, when it comes to grammar, or I guess eerily almost anything now, really, because how far it's gotten during the last few years. Which I suppose that's why some people love it so much. But you're not learning how to do it on your own, or you're just losing your skill, which you worked hard for years on whatever skill set you have, and say it's video choreography. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, but say it's video choreography, and at some point in your life you just get so swamped with work that you decide to just say, you know what, I'm going to start using AI and to do all the work for my editing. And then things start looking weird in your videos, your posts. And some people may not realize it because, they may like AI or they just may not notice. But yeah, that's something to take note of when it comes to AI, that your pictures, your videos can look off. Do contests with digital art when it comes to competition. There's not a lot of creativity involved, but it also has caused a lot of problems in the art community when it comes to that stuff, because not only is it considered cheating and that person can be taken out of the game, or not the game necessarily, but they can be taken out of the contest, but also it's just a big problem overall, because whatever your art piece is, you should really put your hard work into it, because over the years, whether it takes 5, 7, or 3 years, however long, you're going to get good at it. Okay. And depending on depending on artificial intelligence is not the way to go. And so I'm gonna give you a little story here. So one of the reasons why I don't like AI, and I'm trying not to be so negative about artificial intelligence, but here's my story. So I have a friend, and she went on a vacation a few years back, and when she came back, she had a couple photos she wanted me to edit, and I wanted to try out a few photo editing apps to see which other ones would be good, and see if there'd be better ones than Canvas that I might like. So I found some other one, and I don't remember what the app was called, since it felt like so long ago, but it was a couple years ago. Anyway, so as I'm editing one of the pictures, I decided to try out the AI option, and the entire background, because there's multiple people in the background, and my friend didn't want people in the background. So when I pressed on the AI option to let it get rid of all the dirty work, let it do all the editing, it blurred out the entire background. I am not kidding. And it took away all the creativity, all the art. It was a horrible picture. And she was also holding a really cute red purse, but she didn't want that in the picture. I don't know why, but anyway, so she wanted me to edit that out, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll try the AI again, and just to see what would happen. And even though I already didn't like it, the AI option, but I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna try not to be too harsh and think too negatively about it. It made her, well, it removed her red purse that she had, but it also made her look very blurry, especially her raincoat. Almost like there was a smear to it. So, what? Yeah, that was super weird. And I thought, okay, yeah, I cannot work with AI art or have AI in my photos because that's just how bad it looked. Of it, which so far, just those words coming out of my mouth might not make any sense to you or sound like complete bull, have become a problem, which like, I'm sure I've already made this clear in the video, but if I haven't, many AI models have become a problem with images in photography, and you can post it on Pinterest, on your Pinterest page, and someone else can take it and turn it into an AI art piece and claim it as theirs. And somehow it can look really good and a lot of people will like it, even though there's these things in the middle of the picture, left and right, and things just don't make sense. Which, that's theft. Be careful for your photos. And I think the biggest con, in just my opinion, and other people are gonna have different opinions, but okay, yeah, I like that. But the biggest con for me is that there's a disadvantage to AI. So it's really unfair because other people who don't do photography, don't make videos, don't bother with the editing, and they can get what they think is really high quality and so many likes, which it also makes no sense to me because there are billions of people on this planet who put hard work into their social media page with no AI, and yet for some reason they don't get a lot of likes, which that makes no sense to me. Because some people prefer to have AI, a lot of like AI work on their social media page because they think it looks better. And which, like, hey, people can have their own opinions, but the people who don't use AI, they work on whatever it is they're working on for years, and it can look amazing, but somehow they get minimal likes and sometimes no comments, which, speaking from experience, this is very true. But that's just something I'm never gonna understand about AI. And it's also gotten very, not intimidating, but scary over the last few years. Just of how far AI has gotten. In this video, I'm being brutally honest, entirely real, not sprinkling, sugarcoating anything, because photographers do not use AI for their work, even if they're feeling lazy. is all for now. I will see you in the next one, and bye.